The following program is brought to you by our Patreon supporters. You can request podcast topics, enjoy exclusive RPG and video content, and more. Even just $1 a month gets you gameplay episodes a week early and makes you officially cool. Just like our Trash Elite, Rob, and a guy from Ohio for whom this podcast is. DG, Destrucity KTL, Kitty, Holbrook, Drake, Starstorm, Passion Killer 711. Greetings and salutations. It is I, Eric J. Chucky, joined as always by The Boy.
Hello.
This is the Two Nerds Podcast. We are discussing today JoJo's Bizarre Adventure Golden Wind. You might say, wow, they both got through that really fast given how long it took them to get to the last season. Wrong.
Yeah, no, I gave up.
So the way our Patreon requests work is, why did a shock of fear just run down my spine?
Who could say?
You know, it's probably all these mafiosos in the thumbnail. The way our Patreon requests work is that after a certain time commitment, my compatriot here is exempt from the challenge, I guess.
I have other commitments on my time, so Patreon patrons, you can just you can command less of my hours. My apologies.
Now, you were sticking around. You were on the hook for the season 1 and 2. Well, both halves of season 1, I should say.
Yeah.
And you just sort of stuck around for the other two.
Yeah, I felt like you were watching them, and I felt since I had already started, I should continue, as long as I was having a reasonably good time. So I did continue. Until I stopped having a reasonably good time.
Before we get into any of that, we like to talk about what's crumping. What's crumping with you, my dude? It's been a while because we didn't record last week.
I watched Wonder Man at your recommendation.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
It was good. It's certainly not worth a whole podcast because unfortunately it's just sort of good.
Yeah, it's a really good show about friendship and acting. And there do happen to be superheroes there.
It's a show about actors and acting and how important and necessary acting is that happens to take place in the MCU.
Which I like. Much like, the ending aside, She-Hulk, and, WandaVision, and some of the other...
This is what Marvel TV should be for.
Yeah, I agree, and I like that in general the MCU is acting more like the comics, and we're getting weird, different genre stories. It's nice.
Yeah, I mean, I'm for it. I wish weird. I like this idea. I more like to comedically bag on actors being self-absorbed than disliking this concept happening in the comics universe. Which the show also loves, so that's nice.
Oh, absolutely. I also finished catching up on the rest of the MCU. The only things I haven't watched are What If, because I don't care, and it's literally not important, and Ms. Marvel, because it's not for me in terms of like target audience. I'd like to take another swing at it, but we'll see. But I'm all caught up in preparation for Daredevil Born Again Season 2. I really liked Season 1, even though I wish it hadn't ended on a cliffhanger. But it does make me excited for what's coming next.
Hey, you know what they did? They made us wait less time than the Spider-Verse people.
Oh, God. This cliffhanger didn't make me mad. I just sort of went, okay.
I'm caught up on everything except what he said, and also Ironheart. I just haven't gotten to it yet. I do intend to.
Yeah, I think I already talked about Ironheart. It's fine.
Honestly, I'm more likely to do it now that I don't have this hanging over my head.
I've also been playing WWE 2K26. Did I mention that? I ended up getting it.
It's the first time I've played any length of it for years.
Yeah, it's really enjoyable. Yeah, I did talk about this because I talked about the Battle Pass. Especially with this season of Marvel Rivals Battle Pass all being college, casual clothes themed outfits. I didn't buy it because I don't care. So it gives me something to do with my downtime when I'm not working on lovely content for all of you. Feels like there was something else big that I did, but I can't remember it off the top of my head. Oh, the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles 2, Secret of the Ooze. We saw that in theaters.
Yep, the Fathom Events 35-year anniversary.
Fuck you.
I'm just trying to tell the people things. Why are you mad at me about the passage of time?
It's just I miss video stores.
Man, I look, not to drag this out so that timestamp guy's upset, but the other day we were driving through a little town near where we live to get some food. And we drove by our old video store. And I was just overcome with a wave of, like, longing. I wanted so badly to be able to go into that video store and just sort of have that experience again, and that's gone now.
And mind you, this was a family video. This is a chain video store. The ones that I grew up with around here were smaller mom and pop stores, and I didn't notice when they went away. It was like maybe 4 or 5 years ago when I went, oh, they're gone.
Yeah, well, I mean, yeah, they're just gone.
Sure, it makes sense. I think there's like 1 or 2 left. I know there's a Blockbuster in Oregon somewhere. And I'm sure there's, a couple here and there for kitsch's sake if they can get enough local.
Man, the little mom and pop video store I went to as a kid, that can't still be operating.
I don't imagine, no.
That can't still be
Maybe out of the trunk of someone's car.
All right,
I think, I think it's enough stalling. So, I guess spoiler-free review.
It's fucking boring, dog.
Yeah, I didn't like this.
It's so boring. I got through, I believe, 14 episodes and went, okay, I'm done now. I don't want to watch this anymore.
And I know exactly what the problem is with it. I had several problems, but I know exactly what they are. It's not that this is bad, necessarily. I think people who are here for a very different thing than I am probably love this. Also,
I would say this is more of a JoJo's than Diamond is Unbreakable was.
Oh, absolutely. Diamond is Unbreakable is definitely a departure. I had someone comment on the last video. I'm sorry I don't have your name in front of me. Thank you very much, though. That my metrics on what was and wasn't popular might be wrong. And when I went to look them up, I couldn't find them anymore. So I don't know. I just don't know. I don't know how popular this is or isn't with people. I've seen GIFs of Giorno, a character in this show.
There's exactly one scene I didn't get to that I would like to have gotten to because it's a meme. But that's okay. I'll live. The meme wasn't funny enough to get me there.
It's not all that funny in context either. It's a little funnier, but not that much. Yeah, the big problem with this show is that there are, what is it, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 6 main characters here, and only one of them acts different. They're all basically the same guy. They all have really similar motivations. The dude with the dumb hat with the arrows on it, I didn't remember any of these guys' names while I was watching.
Well, I'm fully going to not. I don't know these people, and I don't care to know them. I watched 14 episodes of this show and did not absorb one of these assholes' names.
So, for professionalism's sake, let me scroll up on the Wikipedia here to see if I can manage it. Mista, I think. He's afraid of the number 4, because that means death. It's a common superstition in the East. From where we are, if you're in Japan listening to this, it's a common superstition there. You know
also,
this.
Hello.
Yeah.
Sorry to be mean to your JoJo's. It was boring, though. Cope and see.
Go back to Golden Wind. We loved that.
Yeah, Golden Wind was... Or this is Golden Wind. Vento.
Yeah, go back
to Diamond is Unbreakable. We loved that. We had a great time with that.
It keeps throwing me off because Diamond is Unbreakable had that beautiful golden sky. So I keep thinking of it as Golden Wind.
I keep it straight in my head because I almost exclusively in my head refer to it as Vento Audio.
Right, that helps. I'm sure.
And it's Italian, so it's the Italy season.
Man, I didn't... Anyway, so they're all the same guy. Maybe there's more nuance in the subtitled version. Maybe there's more nuance in the manga. There isn't here.
I would say there's 3 guys.
Yeah, the younger one.
There's the little tiny psychopath. There's the one with the stupid hat. And then the other guys.
Even Stupid Hat is only slightly different.
He has a hat.
Yeah, almost literally. He's got that 4 thing. Now,
I will say, the fucking main JoJo, Giorno, or something like that?
Giorno Giovanna.
Yeah, that guy, the Dio's kid. I'm gonna be real with y'all. Him and the other blonde guy on that in this thing, despite the fact that he has pasta hair and the other guy doesn't, they're the same guy. They're the same person. There is no daylight between their personalities.
I think Giorno's a bit more of an idealist. Like, if you're really sifting through, you can tell me in the comments, oh no, this guy is a little bit more like this, and this guy is a little bit more like this, and you're right, but it is separation by degrees.
Like, you couldn't look me in the eye and tell me the characters of Diamond is Unbreakable were remotely similar to one another. You couldn't look me with a straight face and tell me the Stardust Crusaders were samey. They're not.
And that begs the question, why are there 6 of them?
What? All right, so there's lots of questions being begged with the series, and I didn't finish it. So I'd like to ask some questions, and if you can to enlighten me.
Oh, buddy, I hope you're ready for no answer. Please ask away.
Okay, so this is something I asked off podcast, and you gave me kind of a vague answer because it's spoilers. Now that I've officially tapped out, why was Bucatini, or whatever his actual name is, I firmly don't care, but for the people.
Bucciarati.
Yes. Why was he such a weird, crazy asshole when he first showed up, and then a noble protector of his friends and family every other episode after that?
So we're entering into spoiler territory now. If you don't want spoilers for what we have called a very bland anime, hit the mute button, go watch it and enjoy. But please watch the podcast to completion. Leave a comment.
Full retention, like, dislike, whatever you feel. Give us your feedback.
Let us know if you're watching it.
And if we're wrong and stupid and this is the best anime ever, I'm begging you to explain to me why. I want to hear your opinion.
And I can see why someone would, because the mental chess game and the posing, the aura, the farming of auras is what they call peak.
Yeah, I will say, like I said, this is much more in the vein of the Stardust Crusaders than Diamond is Unbreakable was. This is a return to form for the series, but it's just missing some of the sauce that made that fun for me.
I would say it is further in the other direction. If Stardust Crusaders is a center point, this is on the other side of what makes Diamond is Unbreakable great, which Stardust Crusaders also had.
You know what? That's fair. If Stardust Crusaders has hype moments and aura and interesting characters you can buy into, and Diamond is Unbreakable has interesting characters you can buy into, though less hype moments, this has extreme hype moments, though less interesting characters.
Diamond is Unbreakable also had a lot of world building and explanations of the town and just little character studies and stuff. More small moments. This show doesn't have a lot of small moments. Excuse me. So at the end of the season, after what is the final episode of the story, we get a flashback episode to the day leading up to Bucciarati meeting Giorno. And basically, there's an artist who the gang gets a case on that he has, he forced this woman to kill herself, this guy's daughter, I think, or wife, something like that.
Fucked up.
So the gang goes to investigate. Turns out this sculptor guy, this artist, he didn't do that. His stand is Rolling Stone, which is a big weird rock that shows you at the moment of your death. And it is an inescapable fate, unavoidable, no matter what you do.
Oh, I'm so glad I didn't watch this. I'm so glad I didn't watch this. Fuck you, show.
So, Bucciarati sees it, and it fucks him up. And they believe they've defeated it, but the artist is like, you can't run from fate.
Fate in JoJo's has been fixed since Stardust Crusaders. The little manga artist had fate you couldn't avoid either, but there were, they would always twist into not being what was actually, not being slightly unexpected, but still technically true, like prophecies in all things.
Sure. So yeah, he had a rough fucking day of dealing with that.
Like, it literally was just he had a bad day, so he decided to be a psychopath and stick fingers in a guy's mouth.
I'm not advocating his behavior. I'm just saying it, now that you asked, he does kind of explain why he's being
I'm glad it's explained. That's cool motive, still fucking creepy thing to do.
Welcome to JoJo's.
But yeah, I'm glad it's explained. I have other questions.
Sure.
One of the things that this series did that I liked was, again, returning to form, it had a lot of that weird travelogue vibe that much of Stardust Crusaders did, where the narrator would show up and just explain things about Italy. Does that continue?
It's very minor, but it does keep showing up. Anytime they have a moment to, like, catch some food or something, they'll always, like, say the entire name of a dish. Because I actually really liked that in Stardust Crusaders, and I was glad to see it return. It wasn't enough to keep me around, but I was glad to see it. They don't leave Italy, so it's all just Italy. But, it's different regions and talking about what's important there. Any other questions?
The corrupt cop one. Does he ever stop being a huge prick?
Yeah. He softens after a couple of episodes when they kind of acclimate to Giorno.
Cool. Does Giorno being Dio's kid ever... Does that come into play at all besides backstory?
Heavens no.
Oh, Jesus. Guys, come on! Why would you make him connected to the most famous villain in the whole series and coolest fucking villain in the whole series for no reason? Just make him a Joestar. It's fine.
Who could say?
Or make him someone unrelated who has a similar name. Who gives a shit?
Honestly, after the first couple of episodes where he's more of a rogue, he really becomes the good guy of the team.
Yeah, I liked those first couple episodes, honestly, a little more, because I liked him being more sketchy. That's a fun... Because, like, look, Josuke and Jotaro and Joseph, not Jonathan, all had, like, a sketchy side to them. They all were kind of, sly people. They were willing to do, like, a little bit of a scheme.
These guys are all still criminals at the end of the day. And there's a couple of times they, pointed out. In fact, I believe, if I'm remembering correctly, after a while, they all start feeling kind of gross about the people they're just murdering because they're young. They're young criminals. So they try to stop doing that. It doesn't always work out.
And that's fair.
But, like, yeah, I would say out of all of them, the JoJo, Giovanna, is more altruistic.
Which makes him fit in less with the crew.
Ironically, yeah. These guys are all, they go through, and I didn't hate this narrative device. They'll have, like, a standout episode or a couple of episodes.
I believe I tapped out in the middle of those. I believe I got through the this is my tragic backstory and why me being a fucking mobster psychopath is actually excusable because I had it rough growing up. They did that fucking 4 times and it was a second JoJo, the other blonde guy, I didn't get to his.
So I don't think they do it as egregiously, not that it was a bad thing, but as explicitly as Stardust Crusaders, but Giorno is not the main character of this season. That's Bucciarati. Bucciarati's the one with the growth arc. Bucciarati's the one who is the leader. I think
He's
Giorno...
the one who everyone else pivots around.
Yeah, absolutely. I think Giorno shows up and does more than in Stardust Crusaders than the JoJo of that season. Their names blend together for me. I'm so sorry. Than Matt Mercer. But it's really clear that he's the shining star throughout this. I don't care about him. I don't give a single shit about any of these characters.
No, that's the thing is I remember like one fun fact about each of them maybe, and that's not even true. Why is the one Sephiroth? Is that ever explained?
He just looks like this fashion.
Okay. What happens? Can you give me the story from where I left off? The last thing I remember happening It's an episode somewhere maybe between 10 and 15. I don't quite remember where. They had just finished fighting the guy who could shrink, I think.
Yeah. He was a tough one. That went on for a while.
Yeah, I think they just finished fighting the guy who could shrink.
So, I'll give a broad overview, and if need be, we'll go episode by episode here. Basically, we start out with Koichi Hirose and Jotaro Kujo from previous seasons looking for the son of Dio. It is Giorno Giovanna. His stand lets him make life out of non-life. It's very complicated. That's the description I'm going to give you.
All of the stands in this series have a particular problem that I'll get into later. Go ahead.
So they find him, and then there's some shenanigans. He's trying to join the mafia in order to take it down from the inside or turn it into a noble organization. And then we pretty much never see Koichi again. He comes into like one episode where he's fighting a different stand, Black Sabbath, I think, and we never see Jotaro again in this season.
Literally, like, Koichi figures out the guy, Jotaro sends him to Italy, pays for his ticket to specifically find this guy, and then he finds the guy, and he's like, oh, he does have a stand. Oh, that is something that the guy who beat Dio should probably know. Also, he's an asshole who stole all my belongings. And then, through, I guess, just a natural 20 speech check, Giorno goes, no, but don't tell him, though. We don't have the budget for Jotaro this season.
Yeah, that's over. I don't know what the deal, whatever.
And he just never comes back?
Yep.
That's it. Perfect.
So he joins up with Bucciarati's gang. Bucciarati was an antagonist to him at first, but they're on the same page, he discovers.
They have a little fist fight and are friends about it. It's pretty standard anime.
Well, and Bucciarati is also not necessarily a bad person. He wants to do good things, and that's shown through how he adopts all these guys who have fallen on extremely hard times into his good boy gang, as it were. So they go to do that. They have to... Nobody knows who the leader of this mafia is. He keeps his identity extremely secret. So they do, I think, 1 or 2 missions in order to earn the trust of the Don, or whatever they call him, and the boss. And then he asks them to take his daughter to a certain location. His daughter is Trish. She's pretty cool. Her introduction's a little awkward, but like I think literally after the episode you left off on, she warms up a little bit and gains a little bit more dimension. She eventually gets a stand, and I was really excited about that. I thought they were going to do some cool stuff with it. Not really.
Perfect.
Yeah, it's par for the course. But
Araki is who he is.
They were. She was another character, though, like not the same as the rest of the cast. So now I had 4 characters to enjoy out of these 8 people. So they take her to where she's supposed to go. It's a trap. The boss wants to kill her so that nobody can find out his identity. She's a loose end.
Yeah, I mean, that's pretty obviously... like, if he's been so secretive this whole time, please tell me some of them saw this coming.
Yeah, they kind of... They're concerned about that going in. They had a plan, and they resolve to figure out who the boss is and take him down. He gets away.
Yeah, okay.
The green shirt guy, I can't tell you which one that is. The guy with purple haze. He's like, nah, fuck you guys, I'm out. That's too much. You're asking for death. I'm not playing your game. Thank you, this has been fun. I will never see you again. And that is true.
He just leaves?
Yeah, he just splits.
So he's bitch made.
I mean, a little bit. He's terrified, you know.
Like, I'm never gonna get this right. Bucharest. He like brings him in, saves his life or whatever. I didn't get to his origin story. and gives him a home and a found family, and then, shit gets a little dicey. He's like, oh, no, y'all motherfuckers crazy. I'm out. Peace. And then he just goes.
So, people disappear. This guy disappears people, and not just the regular mafia way with his stand. He's very dangerous and scary.
Rising up from the narrative for a second, this is a great way to show how threatening the bad guy is. Sure. But fuck JoJo too. He got cut out because everyone was like, "Who's this other JoJo?" So,
so they go on a quest to figure out who this guy is. They're going off of like fragments of memories from Trisha's past and like certain artifacts they find. Shenanigans happen as they do. They go to a small island. They find him there. They fight him there, and surprisingly, Polnareff shows up.
Polnareff!
And let me tell you, the instant he was there, my investment in this show magnified 20-fold.
I will be sometime, but I want to see Polnareff again. Maybe I could.
And he's cool as fuck. He's been doing shit. He tells you, how he's been following this trail to get to the boss, whose name is Diavolo, or Diavolo. I'm not sure. I'm
Devil guy.
25% or less Italian. My pronunciation's not perfect.
Devil, right?
Yeah. So he's like, I've been tracking this guy. He's got an arrow, and one of the arrows that you can shoot to make stand.
One of the things we're looking for.
Mm-hmm. And he's like, so I discovered by accident that if you shoot a stand with the arrow, weird shit happens. And I'm concerned that he will use that to take over the world. He shot it at his own stand accidentally, and it like turned into a sad ghost that body swapped everyone and like fucked with time, and it became too powerful. He managed to get it away before anything bad happened, but so that's what happened. So of course, his stand gets shot with it again over a complex plan. Everybody gets body swapped around. I kind of liked that. I'm not usually a fan of the body swap episodes, and there's some cringe moments in it. But because the other voice actors are playing these characters, you do actually get some more characterization for Mista and Bucciarati than you ordinarily do. By this point, Sephiroth is dead.
Oh, good. Fuck him.
he chills out like pretty soon after you stopped watching, but like, yeah, again, we're just getting rid of unnecessary extra people. Diavolo killed him because he was starting to figure out who he was. I'm not going to get into that just yet. So yeah, they're all body swapped around. The team had been traveling with a turtle that had a stand.
That'll happen.
The turtle does not talk. It's just a turtle.
But it has a stand.
Yeah, and the stand it's got a little house inside of it, and you can use a key to go inside the house.
So, okay, that's a pretty good stand for a turtle.
Yeah, that's where they were hiding Trish, so that she wasn't, like, super detectable. And as part of the body swapping, Polnareff is now the turtle.
Okay. And the turtle is Polnareff?
Well, Polnareff's body died, so the turtle is dead. I'm sorry. But it is also Polnareff, so that's okay.
Polnareff is a turtle now and he doesn't have his cool hair.
Yeah, I don't know.
Tragic.
Maybe in the future they'll get him a little Polnareff turtle wig. I don't know. Anyway, he's cool with being the turtle.
Well, I mean, the alternative is being dead. So.
Yeah, and all of his legs work again, so he's got that going for him.
His legs didn't work?
Yeah, remember Vanilla Ice or Dio or someone took him?
I did not remember that, no.
Yeah, it was at the end of the season. He had a robot
feed
leg.
Off or something.
Yeah,
like that.
something like that. So they managed to beat Diavolo with the arrow. Giorno arrows his stand to make it a super stand that's different from the other one. And then they go to like Magic Dream Space.
Okay, so now's a good time to bring this up.
Sure.
The reason I'm not a huge fan, honestly, beyond just not being able to emotionally invest in the characters, a friend of ours describes JoJo's Bizarre Adventure as two kids playing with action figures, and you know how kids will be like, "No, your laser doesn't kill my guy because my guy has laser-proof force field." And then my laser penetrates force fields. That's sprinkled all throughout all of the JoJo's once they introduce stands. Here's the thing, it's at its absolute fucking worst in this season. It is insufferable.
Yeah, it's rough. It's one of the complaints I had very early on. You guys may remember I watched about 5 episodes when we did the last podcast, and I just wasn't... I don't care about organized crime, like, as a genre.
I'm more open to it, not like a lot, but more than him.
I don't hate it. I can definitely enjoy organized crime stories. The same way I don't hate, I'm not automatically turned off if it's a story about soldiers or if it's a story about, what's the other thing I hate? It doesn't matter. But your show, your product has to do some extra stuff to make up for that for me.
It's not a hook.
It's not
a negative, but it's not a hook.
It's just sort of, all right. Noted. And this show really doesn't do that. I'm so character forward. I love characters, and these characters are so flat. When any of them died, I didn't... little guy with a personality, dead as fuck.
Oh, the little psycho with the plane?
Yeah. And I didn't care. I'd watched 37 episodes of this anime, and I was like, okay, that's rough. I can see why they care.
Yeah.
But I should have cared.
When Avdol dies in Stardust Crusaders, you care.
Yeah, and then when Avdol dies in Stardust Crusaders, you care.
Less than the first time.
Yes, that is true. They made me care about the dog. The stupid dog.
Iggy. Yeah, Iggy. They got me to be like, no, Iggy. I hated that guy.
And I didn't care. They just never did anything that made me invested in them as individuals. Trish a little bit. Yeah, anyway, Diavolo is stuck in, I think, some kind of time loop or series of shitty situations or a trap in his own psyche where he is actually getting comeuppance for all of his bad shit.
Oh, he gets the Cars treatment.
Is that what happened to Cars?
Well, Cars got thrown into space and eventually stopped thinking. He gets the not killed, fate worse than death.
Yeah.
Dio just gets killed.
That guy's too much. You can't leave him go. He'll do stuff.
Kira just gets killed. This guy gets the fate worse than death.
Yeah. He's a real monster. I'm not gonna lie.
I mean, look, I didn't ever meet him, but he seems fucked up or whatever. Sure.
And that's the show. And then we get the final episode, like I said, which was a flashback. This is where I would usually go, here's the stuff I really liked about this series. And Polnareff, there isn't anything else. Not that it was egregiously bad the whole time, it's just that it never rose above casual interest unless Jean-Pierre Polnareff was on screen.
I have a question about Polnareff's fate.
Yes.
His turtling.
Yes.
Does he still have Silver Chariot, or did he get the house stand?
I think he has the house stand, technically.
No, Silver Chariot, my goat.
They had to kill Silver Chariot because he became the weird, sad, world-ending monster stand thing, and they had to deal with that.
That's unfortunate.
They couldn't get it to turn back, so they had to outsmart it while all standing in a square or something.
Oh god, yeah, no, it's convoluted bullshit.
This season is convoluted as fuck.
Stardust Crusaders, when they would do clever stuff with their stands, it came across as clever utilization of established abilities. Kira is the best example of, in the next season, of a bad trend, which is, instead of clever usage of established abilities, just making up any old bullshit, new powers as the plot demands level new abilities to keep the narrative tense. Everybody has Kira powers in this season. Every motherfucker gets new powers as the plot demands, and it's very frustrating.
I will say I think Pesci, I think, is the guy. He's got the turnip hair. Not Joe Pesci, Google. Yeah, I kind of liked him.
I saw him once.
He was in about 2 episodes of any consequence. He's a goon, and I don't know about literally or not, but in some dimension, the younger brother of the leader of their the rivals that are chasing them. I don't know. He had something there. He felt like someone different from the rest of the cast of this fucking show, and then he died. Otherwise, it like there are lows.
We don't so my brain's like, does Koichi ever come back? Because I just don't care about these people. I gave them so much time to try and get me to care about any of them, and I don't. They're all assholes.
I don't even know that I decry them. I mean, they are who they are. It's a story about mafia people. That's fine. The greatest sin is that they're boring, and the rest of the show is not accommodating around that because it's the parts of JoJo's I like the least.
So, in fiction, being a bad person is fine. Being boring or annoying is the bad thing.
Let's talk about annoying. So part of the reason Diavolo is so hard to track down is that he has an alter. It is a separate persona that it acts away from him. And he is a very kind, younger-looking man. They do look physically different a bit. Whose name is Doppio. Vinegar Doppio. Everyone in this fucking show has stupid food names. I hate it.
You know what? Go off, King.
That's what I've got to say. I hate it.
You don't want to list them and talk about how bad each one is?
No, I mean, it's not literally everyone, but I think it ends up being 75% of the cast by the end of it.
All right. The Italian people are doing just fine. They don't need me caping for them. But it comes across as honestly insensitive.
I think he just got tired of making like names after a while. I was like, I don't know what else is there.
Pizza fucking pasta. Yeah, fuck you. How about that?
He's
spaghetti marinade. Eat my ass.
He's really unassuming, and he pretends. Well, he's convinced that he's getting phone calls from the boss and giving him orders when it's really just an alter inside his head. He doesn't think he has a stand, but the boss lets him borrow a small amount of his stand's power, which the boss is aware he's an alter, but Doppio isn't. Doppio is a kind of coffee, by the way.
No, I'm sorry. Fuck you. I don't care if it's a kind of coffee. That's why he's named a Doppio.
Oh yeah, he's a dupe. He's a dummy.
Yeah. That's not funny.
No. Well, and neither was. I mean, like a little bit. Maybe once, but neither is the fact that...
yes, that's funny for precisely 25 seconds, and then it becomes incredibly grating.
Well, and it's not introduced well either. There's no secret to it. It's not like we spend any time going, oh, and then have that reveal of, this guy was the boss's stand, like part of him the whole time. He was among them or some shit. No, he's introduced, and the narrative, or him, or something tells us, yeah, this guy's just an alter of the boss, and he's a puppet. It's same episode, like not even beginning of to end of episode. Yeah, the point is, so he can do a really stupid gimmick where he goes and then answers an object he's decided is a phone, like a frog, a cigarette.
Okay, no, but that actually is a funny joke, though.
Yeah, but it's couched in so much. Why the fuck is this happening? And not. There's a point earlier in the show where they do a weird victory dance. That was like choreographed.
God, yes, I remember this. They're on the boat and they're fighting the boat guy, the guy who puts a boat in another boat. Fuck you. I hate all the stands in this season. They all suck. None of them are cool.
Wrong.
No, I'm sorry. I am wrong. Gun is good.
Sex Pistol rules.
Sex Pistol is a great stand. All of the others are stupid.
I kind of like Spice Girl, but like not that much. And it also raises a lot of questions. So Trisha's stand shows up and she is Spice Girl and she can turn things rubbery, malleable. And she seems to have autonomous thoughts.
Yeah, so does Koichi stand.
Way more.
Oh.
She kind of shows up and goes, yeah, I'm your stand. This is what stands are.
So in the vein of like, the sword stand or...
Closer to that, yeah.
The little guy who was like a living backpack who steals your skin or whatever from Diamond is Umbrella. Stands sometimes are just sentient.
Yeah, it's just very interesting. And that's what I was really hoping they were going to do cool stuff with. She shows up in the episode, one of the episodes where they're being stalked by Notorious B.I.G., who is...
come on, really?
Who is a post-mortem stand. You can't kill him, he's already dead, and he just ravages and consumes things, but he can't see. So you have to make noise or be moving really fast for him to attack you. And it was an interesting enough episode. They're in an airplane, so, there's not a lot of things they can do to run. But, yeah, I really thought they were going to do more with her, and they just kind of didn't. There's some cool concepts, but like you said, they all get too overcooked so fast that it stops being interesting. The cohesion is gone. It's why, as somebody who likes superheroes, I don't really care for Superman's power set. He can do too much stuff.
Specifically, Clark has too many sub-powers. What is culturally understood as the general Superman power set is probably fine. Strong, fast, can fly, shoot lasers from eyes is generally understood as the Superman power set. Super basket weaving doesn't make it into a lot of the adaptations.
Oh, and the super breath that makes him super cold, and the way he manipulates his heat lasers, and the shit like flying around the planet to make it reverse time because he's faster than the Flash.
That's from that one moment. That's one moment in one movie.
But a lot of people argue about who's fast. Even they happen in the comics. Is he faster than the Flash? And there's a tongue-in-cheek sort of Captain America not lifting Thor's hammer in the MCU. Oh yeah, he lets Flash win those races, all right. He's just got too much going on. It's just less interesting. And I know back in the day that was super interesting because you're reading those, comics and you're going, how's Superman going to get out of this one? He doesn't have something to put out fire.
Know what? Look, today is not the day we debate Clark. We've done it in the past. We'll do it again.
No, and this is just a preferential thing.
But you're absolutely right. It's the same impetus.
Yes.
Clark has all those powers because of new powers as the plot demands.
Right. And generally they've brought it down these days to he has super strength in a lot of ways that let him do a lot of other small things.
Laser eyes.
And heat vision.
Yeah.
And that's pretty much it.
They try and keep it more coherent these days.
Yeah, and I appreciate that. But I digress. The Doppio thing doesn't even last that long. It's such a weird departure.
So you say that this show has a lot of aura, right? A lot of... I would argue it doesn't. Because none of these guys are fucking cool.
We're cooked, Unk. We're chopped. We're mauled.
I refuse to believe these bendy twinks are considered to be as cool as bara-ass Jotaro.
I think they could have been if they had personality.
Yes, that's why Jotaro is cool. He's not just cool because his fucking fit is fire and he's the size of a truck. His personality is cool.
Right.
Look, those first two things don't hurt.
I think there's some cool outfit designs. I don't hate some of the outfit designs in this show.
Jordo having Supergirl's fucking chest hole is a choice.
Yeah. Oh, I did want to say, for your sake, there's a dude who shows up that has ice powers.
I like an ice powers guy.
Yeah.
I do.
He's like a nerd, and he's like complaining about like stuff while he's attacking them. He has a special suit he wears, a la Mr. Freeze, to help keep him safe while he's using his ice powers. It just looks like Frieza.
Just Frieza?
Yeah, it's definitely not Frieza.
Eric, come on, brother.
This did commit one of my least favorite writing sins. There was an emergency pregnancy.
No, come on.
In fact, I think there were two of them.
That's such a niche thing for you to happen.
There was an implied third, but it never came to anything. It does so much that's so fucking stupid.
I'm so glad I didn't watch this. I'm sad I didn't see Polnareff, but I could probably just watch those parts.
Yeah, I mean, you can show up at the end and
they do some stupid mafia bullshit, blah, blah, blah. Polnareff!
Yeah, the last, I don't know, other than the actual last episode, the 4 episodes leading up to that, I think, are the ones that are maybe worth watching.
I'm not fucking watching that last episode either.
No, it was a really weird
Like a denouement, like we're leaving this setting goodbye.
I get what he was going for, you know, with parentheses on the whole thing and just sort of explaining some stuff about the past. And like you said, a little denouement, a little, you know, sort of tender farewell. Characters that had died or left were back to life again. Bucciarati dies by the end of it also.
Well, yeah, obviously that's implied by the thing you explained earlier.
Yeah. And the whole thing, the whole season was about how he brought them all together. Heck? Oh, yeah, he's fine.
Him and Sex Pistols are the only cool guys on this squad, so...
But and Paul Naref is alive. He's just a turtle now.
Yeah.
Which he seems cool with.
Good for him.
Yeah, honestly, I'd be okay to be a turtle. He's actually, because he's a turtle stand user, he could just probably live forever.
Because don't stand users live, like, a long time anyway?
They seem to.
At the very least, they tend to...
Unless they're killed.
Unless killed, they tend to live to decent age.
Yeah.
They've got their health. And turtles already live so long.
Yeah.
So, you know what? Polnareff, in 6 JoJo's from now, that's set in 2100, Polnareff's still there.
I think we will close on me explaining the meme that you missed out on. They're all paranoid. The enemy could be around any corner. They stop to have a snack. Mm-hmm. One of them becomes convinced that some guy is an enemy stand user, so he knocks him over and starts kicking the shit out of him. The others join. Sephiroth, sipping his coffee, going, I'm above this shit, then gets up and starts kicking the shit out of him.
Yeah.
That's the meme. Everyone's seen it. He was not an enemy stand user. He was just some guy.
Well, that's funny. The reason I like that meme is that meme's less funny to me now. Honestly, watching the show fucked that meme up for me because given the way it's framed in the actual little clip that is popular online or GIF, it feels like that guy's unrelated.
He is.
If not him, not Sephiroth.
Oh, yeah.
It feels like these people are all beating up this guy, and unrelated Sephiroth goes, you know what? Fuck it, I can beat a guy up, and gets up to also beat that guy up, and that's really funny.
I never took it that way, but yeah, if you had for a while, that would be
much better than whatever you came up with, Eric.